Notice unexpected in mailboxes, eviction notices sent out to some families in South Fulton who rely on Section 8 housing vouchers to keep a roof over their heads.
Yeah, they're being told that their apartment complex will no longer accept those federal housing vouchers. This is happening at the Beacon Ridge Apartments, Old National Highway, College Park.
Atlanta News First reporter Adam Murphy live outside that complex tonight. Adam, what are these families going to do?
Well, first off, good evening, guys. I can tell you I spoke with several of the tenants out here, and they told me they believe as many as 60 Section 8 residents received eviction notices, and they were told they had to move out of this property by the 1st of next year. I read some of those eviction notices, and nowhere in those letters does management explain why they made this decision.
It's not right. They don't care about us.
For more than a decade, most of these ladies made Beacon Ridge Apartments their home.
Yeah, I ain't got nowhere to go. But they just don't care.
But now these Section 8 residents are being forced to find another place to live and have not been told why.
How they just gonna put us out like that? They ain't said why we got to move. I ain't did nothing. I ain't did a thing.
Several residents received notices on Monday telling them that regardless of when their lease is up, they are required to surrender the premises to management on or before January 31st of next year, and that failure to do so will result in legal action.
So I'm just really concerned about that and stuff. They hadn't gave us but 60 days to move. How you gonna find a place to move and that they getting your best date in January?
So Atlanta News First went to the leasing office to find out why they're evicting Section 8 residents. But they locked the door and never called us to explain.
There's a lot of us out here that ain't got nowhere to go. And then it's hard to find Section 8.
And the mayor of South Fulton just arrived out here at the complex. He is meeting with some of these Section 8 residents tonight and told me he intends to actually try to talk to management here at the property to better understand why this decision was made. He also told me he plans to pursue legislative options to further protect Section 8 residents in the future from this ever happening again. And I should point out the city of Atlanta just passed a resolution within the last few days which urges property owners receiving financial incentives to accept tenants who pay rent using federal housing vouchers. So it will be interesting to see if the city of South Fulton does the same. We're live tonight in South Fulton. Adam Murphy, Atlanta News First.
Now, before I get started here, I don't want to hear no woman talking about that man that was sitting here making fun of these women, laughing and joking, because I wasn't, and I'm not. I used to be homeless. I told y'all my story. I know what it's like to not knowing where I'm going to lay my head, not knowing if I'm going to eat or what. I know what that feels like. That's why I work my ass off, so praying to God I never get back in that situation. I heard this quote. I think it was Chris Rock that said this, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but everybody is one paycheck away from being homeless. Everybody is one paycheck away from being homeless. This is why you got to make your money work for you. This is why you got to understand that if you can't afford necessary things, don't get it. I don't see how you on housing. And if you look at these women, you know what? Let me go back and rewind this real quick, show y'all something. Look at this right here. Earrings, chains, eyelashes. And if you keep looking, you'll see some rings on their fingers, nails done. How you going to complain about, all this when you got this on? Look at that. It's weird, ain't it? See, look at that. There go some rings on the finger. See that? There go some nails being done, some rings on the finger. If you're on Section 8, you shouldn't have none of that stuff. That's one thing I try to tell people as well. You don't think the government is paying attention to you? They noticing what you're buying. Yeah, they noticing what you're buying, what you're doing, and all that stuff. They paying attention. Well, you might not think they are, but they are. And it's sad to say that this letter tells them that they got to be out by January 31st, 2023, right there. Wow. But you got to take priorities first. You shouldn't see. Look at this, big old earrings, chains on. I don't care if they was $10 or whatever. You shouldn't have that stuff and thinking that it's okay. And you on Section 8. You got to prioritize. You got to prioritize. So here's the thing. I'm not trying to say they need a man. And not in this situation. I'm not saying that. But do you think that it would have been beneficiary if, you had a partner in your life that could help you? I mean, come on. Do you think that? At the end of the day, man, excuse me, sorry. At the end of the day, this is what I'm saying to y'all. This is what I'm saying. You got to prioritize your money. And if you find yourself in these kind of situations, there's always some kind of way to make money. Always. There's always a way to make some money. I've told my nieces and nephew this. Hang up some flyers. Go walk some dogs. $10 a dog. Walk your 10 dogs a day. That's $100 right there you can use. You know what I'm saying? Wash some cars, cut some grass, babysit. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do to earn some money, get yourself out of this predicament. You should not be living on the government. I said this before, I'm going to say it again. To me, all this government assistance ain't nothing but modern day slavery. I don't care what anyone says. They telling you what you can eat, when you can eat. They're telling you where you can live, who can be in your house, all of that stuff. No. You're not going to tell me what to do. No. And these are apartments. They can put you out for any reason. Any reason. It doesn't matter if you are paying your rent. Any reason, they can put you out. Yeah, they can put you out. That's why it's best to have your own. Once again, I ain't making fun of these ladies. I'm not laughing. I am not. Because women was laughing when a lot of guys, including myself, made videos talking about black women are the most evicted. I wasn't laughing. I didn't hear any guy laughing. Yeah, I heard a bunch of guys making videos about this. But laughing? No. And I'm not laughing. So, all I'm saying is, you have to live below your means. That's the best way to survive in this world. Live below your means. Understand that if you get into a bad situation, you got to work your way out of it. There's no reason, none, for anybody to say they be broke. Paul Wall said it best. Ain't no excuse for these hustlers. Ain't no excuse for anybody to be broke. I know some hustlers in wheelchairs. We get it till we croak. And he's right. There ain't no excuse. You can go get it. To go get some money. Put it in your pocket. Get yourself out of this. Too many people come up from nothing. To look at them now. Too many people. Tyler Perry was homeless. Look at him. Sylvester Stallone was homeless. Look at him. They stayed on their grind. So I'm just saying, I know me, man up. I know I ain't nothing. I ain't nobody to y'all. But I used to be homeless. And there's this old saying my grandma used to say, I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. So, all I'm going to say, I'm going to end this like this. To all these people that used to always say they don't need no man. They could do this and that by themselves and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not saying you right or you wrong. That's all I'm going to say. You shouldn't be living off the government anyway. The government should not be controlling what you do. Bottom line in the discussion. And from the looks of this, they look like decent apartments. From the looks of it. Got weaves in their head, nails, rings. They got jewelry on them, put like that. One of the girls got fake eyelashes. All that money could have been spent doing something else. You see that? By January 31st, 2023, they got to get out. Everybody that's on Section 8. That's crazy. So with that being said, man, I'm sorry. I pray that nothing but the best happened for you. But this is the reason why we all need to manage our money better. We all need to budget better. We all need to, when we get down and out, try your best to hurry up and get back up. Something. Do something. This is why I try to teach my daughter to work. Because I'm afraid that she's not going to understand how life works for her. But all I can do as a parent is just teach her. All I can do as a human being is just try to let people know, look, there are ways to get out of this. Hell, I have a sister. That she does Lyft and Uber. And she only does it on the weekends, only on Saturdays and Sundays. And you know she brings home every week about $1,500 to $1,800 a week, only doing it on the weekends. That's crazy. So there's no reason why you can't go and get it. There's no reason. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this. This is your boy, Man Up. I'm chugging the deuce. I'm going to holler at y'all.